Have you ever paused to consider how your anticipated vacation might actually endanger your well-being? Picture yourself boarding that eagerly awaited flight, thrilled to finally fulfill your travel aspirations, only to discover yourself hospitalized in a foreign country, miles from familiar surroundings, confronting an unexpected medical crisis you never anticipated. It's a circumstance most individuals never contemplate until it's too late. For many of us, retirement seems like the ideal period to discover the world. After all, what better method to celebrate your retirement years than journeying to unfamiliar destinations, sampling diverse cuisines, and experiencing different cultural traditions? It sounds exhilarating, and it certainly can be. But here's the seldom discussed reality. Traveling beyond age 70 carries risks that can rapidly transform a dream excursion into a harrowing experience. The issue is straightforward. Our physical condition, mental acuity, and even energy reserves diminish as we age. Activities that seemed effortless in our 40s or 50s, those extended flights, packed tourist attractions, unpredictable itineraries, can become exhausting, even hazardous beyond age 70. Yet many retirees assume they can journey exactly as they used to, only to discover the hard way that circumstances have changed. And we're not merely discussing sore extremities or fatigue. We're addressing serious health hazards, unforeseen financial pitfalls, and situations that can leave you vulnerable in ways you never imagined. I'm not sharing this to alarm you, but because I've witnessed too many elderly travelers return from trips in worse condition than when they departed, some never completely recovering. That's why today's presentation is so crucial. We'll examine 5 critical reasons why traveling after 70 demands an entirely new level of caution. From unexpected medical emergencies to concealed financial dangers, each factor could easily derail your journey and threaten your welfare. Trust me, the final reason we discuss is something most seniors never contemplate. But it's one of the most common ways people forfeit their finances, time, and peace of mind while traveling. If you or someone you cherish is contemplating a significant journey after 70, you need this information, because understanding these hazards could determine whether you experience the vacation of a lifetime or encounter a disaster you never anticipated. Stay with me until the conclusion. I promise this information is invaluable, especially if your objective is to remain healthy, secure, and financially stable throughout your retirement years. Now, let's begin with the first and perhaps most serious risk every senior traveler must consider: your health. When discussing travel risks beyond age 70, the most immediate and frequently most dangerous threat involves your health. Let me be explicit. This isn't merely some distant hypothetical scenario. The truth is, extended flights, prolonged sitting, and altitude variations can create perfect conditions for serious health complications. Did you realize that flying for several hours significantly increases your risk of deep vein thrombosis, those dangerous blood clots that form in your legs and can travel directly to your lungs? It's silent, potentially fatal, and occurs more frequently than most realize. Additionally, high altitudes place extra strain on your cardiovascular and respiratory systems, particularly if you're managing conditions like hypertension, cardiac disease, or breathing difficulties. Even something seemingly minor like dehydration or heat exhaustion can affect you 10 times more severely in an unfamiliar climate when you're older. Your body simply doesn't recuperate as it once did. Then, there's exposure to new bacteria and viruses your system isn't accustomed to fighting. Your immune response weakens with age, making you considerably more susceptible to infections that might barely affect a younger traveler, but could hospitalize you. Let me share a true account that's remained with me since I heard it. Robert, a 73-year-old retiree, had spent his entire life dreaming about a cruise with his spouse. It was meant to be the perfect trip, relaxing, gentle on the body, no airports or lengthy bus rides. On paper, it appeared safe. But on the 4th day at sea, Robert began experiencing chest tightness that evolved into severe chest pain, the kind impossible to ignore. The vessel's medical personnel did what they could, but weren't equipped to handle a complete emergency mid-ocean. Robert needed hospital care urgently, but assistance was hours away. He waited for emergency evacuation to the nearest port, losing valuable time. By fortune, Robert survived, but that episode left him shaken. What should have been the journey of a lifetime became a terrifying ordeal, one that Robert later admitted could have been prevented with better understanding of the risks and proper planning. Here's another costly mistake seniors make: assuming their regular health insurance provides protection anywhere globally. Sadly, most plans don't cover you outside the United States. Emergency surgeries, hospital stays, even basic medications, all come from your pocket. Some seniors end up depleting their savings just to return home safely. So what actions can you take? Before booking that trip, consult your physician. Get a comprehensive checkup, review your medications, and discuss travel risks openly. And if you're leaving the country, absolutely do not, I repeat, do not, travel without comprehensive travel insurance covering medical emergencies, hospital stays, and evacuations. Regarding your health, preparation isn't optional. It's the only way to protect yourself. Now, let's discuss something most people never consider until too late: the hidden risk of infections while traveling. For younger individuals, catching a cold or experiencing stomach discomfort on vacation is annoying, but typically manageable. But for seniors, even a minor infection can escalate into something far more serious, resulting in hospital stays, long-term health setbacks, or worse. Here's the reality: airports, airplanes, crowded tourist locations, cruise ships. These venues are breeding grounds for germs. You're packed closely with strangers, breathing recycled air for hours. Every handrail, tray table, bathroom door becomes a potential hazard. And when you're over 70, your body simply cannot combat infections as it once could. Our immune systems naturally decline with age. What represents a simple cold for someone else might develop into pneumonia for you. And respiratory illnesses affect older adults particularly severely. Studies demonstrate that seniors are much more likely to develop serious complications from influenza, pneumonia, and even common colds, especially when exposed to new strains in unfamiliar regions. Traveling means encountering bacteria and viruses your body has never experienced, and frankly isn't prepared for. But that's not all. Food and water safety presents another significant risk. Many of us anticipate trying new dishes when traveling. That's part of the adventure. But unfamiliar spices, ingredients, or cooking methods can wreak havoc on your digestive system. Foodborne illnesses like norovirus, E. coli, and salmonella aren't just uncomfortable. They can be dangerous. What might cause a day of stomach upset in a younger traveler could hospitalize a senior due to dehydration, weakness, or severe infection. And remember, even something as basic as drinking tap water or consuming a salad rinsed in local water can make you ill. While locals may have immunity, your body doesn't. That's the reality of visiting new places. Consider how frequently you touch public surfaces: seatbelts, handrails, hotel remote controls, elevator buttons. And if you're using a cane, walker, or any mobility aid, you're constantly gripping surfaces touched by hundreds, if not thousands, of people. The truth is, infection risk multiplies the moment you leave your comfort zone. So, how do you protect yourself? Carry hand sanitizer and use it frequently, especially after touching public surfaces. Wear a mask in crowded spaces. It's not just for COVID anymore. Stick with bottled water, avoid raw foods, and consume only well-cooked meals in unfamiliar places. And if traveling abroad, consult your doctor about vaccines or medications you might need for protection. Because here's the truth: staying healthy while traveling requires planning, preparation, and considerable extra care once you reach 70. Trust me, the last thing you want is for your dream vacation to become a hospital visit in a country where you don't speak the language. Here's something most people don't realize. Just because a place appears clean doesn't mean it's truly sanitary. Public restrooms, hotel rooms, rental cars, they're all covered with surfaces touched by hundreds of people daily. Door handles, light switches, seat belts, tray tables. Rarely are these sanitized as thoroughly as they should be. For those using mobility aids like canes, walkers, or handrails, the risk only increases. You're naturally contacting more surfaces, relying on them for balance, often without considering who touched them before you. I'm not suggesting you stop living your life. But if you're beyond 70 and planning travel, it's absolutely essential to protect yourself. Wear a mask in crowded spaces, airports, planes, buses, anywhere you're packed with people. Wash your hands frequently and carry hand sanitizer. Use it after touching any public surface. Stick with bottled or filtered water always. That includes toothbrushing, not just drinking. Avoid raw foods, salads, or anything washed in local water. Opt for well-cooked meals. Better safe than sorry. Talk to your doctor about recommended vaccines, especially if traveling internationally. Bring medications for stomach issues or respiratory infections just in case. The truth is, staying healthy during travel is possible, but requires vigilance, preparation, and extra care when you're beyond 70. Because while the world may be beautiful, it's also full of invisible risks that affect seniors much harder than others. While health is our first consideration, it's not the only reason travel can transform from joyful to overwhelming. There's another challenge most seniors face but rarely discuss, one that doesn't just affect your body, but drains your energy, your spirit, and sometimes even your trip memories themselves. If you're still following and finding this video helpful, comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time. Hit that like button, subscribe, and activate the bell so you never miss information that keeps you informed and inspired. Let's continue, because the next challenge affects every traveler over 70, one many don't recognize until they're already exhausted. Number 3. Travel fatigue and recovery difficulties. Here's another challenge most seniors don't anticipate: maintaining your normal diet and staying hydrated while traveling. New foods, unfamiliar spices, and unpredictable meal schedules. They're difficult for your digestive system. Add to that how easy it is to forget drinking enough water when you're constantly moving, rushing between tours, airports, or simply trying to enjoy the sights. But dehydration alone can cause serious problems. It leads to fatigue, dizziness, confusion, and can make even simple activities feel exhausting. Combined with poor sleep and physical strain, it's no wonder many seniors return from trips feeling worse instead of refreshed. So what's the solution? If you're determined to travel, there are ways to protect yourself. Include plenty of rest days, stay hydrated, carry a water bottle everywhere, avoid overloading your schedule with consecutive activities, take shorter flights with layovers, so you can move around and stretch, pack healthy snacks to maintain energy, make time for naps. Your body will appreciate it, but most importantly, know your limitations. There's no shame in adjusting your travel plans to protect your health. After all, a vacation should leave you smiling, not spending weeks recovering. And while fatigue is a serious concern, there's another hidden danger that severely impacts seniors and can change your life instantly. Let's discuss something most people overlook, but it's one of the biggest dangers seniors face when traveling: falls and injuries. As we age, our balance, reflexes, and bone density naturally decline. It's simply part of life. That means a simple trip or stumble that wouldn't have affected you at 40 can become a major injury at 70. Here's the frightening part. While falling at home might result in a bruise or sore hip, falling while traveling, especially in an unfamiliar location, can mean broken bones, hospital stays, or even permanent mobility issues. The truth is, one fall can alter the entire course of a senior's life. What began as a dream vacation can quickly become months of painful recovery or worse, and the risks are everywhere once you leave home safety. Uneven sidewalks, slippery hotel lobbies, steep staircases without handrails, cobblestone streets in historic towns, cruise ships with shifting decks. Many tourist destinations worldwide simply aren't designed with seniors in mind. Accessibility is limited, surfaces are uneven, and emergency services might not be as rapid or advanced as what we're accustomed to at home. Just imagine, you're walking down a charming European street, enjoying the sights, when a single misstep sends you hard to the ground. A broken hip, a fractured wrist, and suddenly your dream trip becomes a nightmare. Let me tell you, the older we get, the harder it is recovering from these injuries. Months of rehabilitation, loss of independence, and in some cases, life is never quite the same. Coming next, we'll discuss simple ways you can protect yourself if you still want to travel, because trust me, no trip is worth sacrificing your health, mobility, or peace of mind. If this resonates with you, drop number 4 in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe, because what we cover next is something most people don't even consider until it's too late. Here's what so many seniors don't realize until too late. Traveling removes you from your familiar environment, and the places you visit, hotels, cruise ships, historic sites, are often full of hidden hazards we don't notice at home. You're dealing with uneven floors, poorly lit staircases, slippery marble lobbies, or steep cobblestone streets that look charming but can be downright dangerous. While a small misstep at home might just bruise your ego, a fall on vacation, especially, in a foreign country can change your life forever. The scary part? Some destinations have minimal accessibility. Buses with high steps, narrow sidewalks, or tourist attractions without handrails. Things younger people don't even notice can be major risks for seniors. And if something happens, emergency services abroad might not be as quick or advanced as what we're used to here in America. Let me share the story of Patricia, a 77-year-old woman who always dreamed of visiting Europe. She was active, healthy, walked her neighborhood every morning, and thought she was prepared for the adventure. But when she arrived in Greece, those beautiful steep uneven streets told a different story. On the third night, while stepping off a curb in a dimly lit alley, she lost her footing and fell hard. The result? A broken hip. Patricia was rushed to a local hospital where doctors delivered news no traveler wants to hear. You need surgery. Her trip was over. Not only did she miss everything she had dreamed of, but she spent months recovering after returning home. What was supposed to be the trip of a lifetime became a painful experience she wished she had never undertaken. And it's not just about accidents like Patricia's, fatigue, disrupted sleep, and irregular meals, all common on vacation, affect balance and coordination. The more tired your body is, the slower your reaction time. Add arthritis or joint pain into the mix, and even walking through an airport or standing in long lines can cause swelling and instability. One wrong step, and you're facing months of recovery. So how can seniors reduce the risk? Choose destinations with good accessibility. Think smooth walkways, elevators, and reliable transportation. Avoid high-risk areas like cobblestone streets, steep stairs, or crowded uneven tourist spots. Always wear supportive footwear. No flip-flops or slippery soles. Use walking sticks or mobility aids if needed. There's no shame in staying safe. Listen to your body. Rest when necessary. Don't push through pain or exhaustion, because honestly, no sightseeing tour is worth risking your mobility or independence. The goal is enjoying your trip, not returning home in worse condition than when you left. And as serious as falls and injuries are, there's still one more hidden risk that can leave seniors not just hurt, but broke. Up next, we're discussing the financial risks of traveling after 70 and the scams targeting seniors every single day. Stay with me. If this story resonates, comment number 4 below and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Now, while health risks are the first consideration when discussing travel after 70, there's another danger that impacts just as hard, sometimes even harder: your finances. Here's the difficult truth. One unexpected event can transform your dream vacation into a financial nightmare, and sadly, many seniors don't realize it until too late. Most people assume if something happens, my insurance will cover it, or I've got savings, I'll be fine. But the reality? Travel-related medical emergencies, trip cancellations, and financial scams can drain your bank account faster than you ever imagined. Let's start with the most expensive risk: medical care abroad. What many seniors don't realize is your regular U.S. health insurance or Medicare likely won't cover you outside the country. So if you fall ill or get injured while traveling, you could face thousands, sometimes tens of thousands, of dollars in out-of-pocket costs. Even in countries where healthcare is cheaper, emergency medical evacuations, like needing an airlift to a hospital, can cost $50,000 or more. And without proper travel insurance, you're responsible for every penny. Then, there's the issue of trip cancellations. Many seniors book trips months, sometimes a year in advance, assuming they'll be healthy and ready to go. But realistically, life happens. Illnesses, injuries, or family emergencies can arise without warning. Unfortunately, most airlines, cruise lines, and hotels have strict cancellation policies. If you need to cancel last minute, you could lose thousands of dollars, just like that. And unless you have the right coverage, you might never recover that money. And it doesn't end there. Scams and fraud represent another major threat, one specifically targeting seniors. From fake taxi drivers to overpriced souvenirs to elaborate schemes designed to steal your credit card information, travelers over 70 are prime targets. Why? Because scammers know many seniors are polite, trusting, and unfamiliar with the local area, making them easy to exploit. In some heartbreaking cases, seniors fall for too-good-to-be-true vacation deals online, only to arrive and discover the hotel doesn't exist, or the cruise was never real. By then, the money's long gone, Take Thomas, for example, a 75-year-old who saved for years to take his dream trip to a tropical island. He booked a luxury resort online, paid in full, and arrived excited, only to discover the resort didn't exist. It was an online scam. He ended up scrambling for accommodations, spending double what he planned just to have shelter. So how do you protect yourself? Never assume your health insurance covers you abroad. Check first. Invest in comprehensive travel insurance covering medical emergencies, cancellations, and evacuations. Book through reputable companies. If the deal sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Be cautious with your money while traveling. Carry only what you need. Keep cards secure, and never provide personal information to strangers. Because ultimately, travel should bring joy, not financial disaster. If you've reached this point and found this helpful, type number 5 in the comments below. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button and activate the bell so you never miss videos designed to protect, inform, and inspire seniors just like you. Now let's conclude with some final thoughts, because after everything we've covered, one big question remains. Should you still travel after 70? Another serious financial risk too many seniors overlook involves scams and fraud. Sadly, older adults are often prime targets. Scammers know seniors tend to be polite, trusting, and unfamiliar with local customs, making them vulnerable. Once you're in a new city, or worse, a foreign country, the chances of falling for a scam increase significantly. These criminals have perfected their techniques. Fake taxi drivers overcharging by miles, helpful locals selling souvenirs at 10 times the price, even elaborate schemes designed to steal your credit card information when you're most distracted. The worst part? Many scammers specifically seek older travelers, fully aware you may not detect the scam until too late. Let me share a true story that's more common than you might expect. Thomas, a 75-year-old retiree, had always been careful with his money. He saved for years to book a dream vacation to a tropical island, everything paid for, every detail planned. He found a beautiful resort online with stunning photos and glowing reviews. But when Thomas arrived, there was no resort. It didn't exist. It was a scam, a fake website designed to deceive people just like him. By the time Thomas realized what happened, his money was gone. With nowhere to stay, Thomas was forced to scramble. He paid double his budget just to find last-minute accommodations. Instead of relaxing on the beach, he spent the trip stressed, humiliated, and financially drained. It's heartbreaking, but happens every single day. So how can seniors prevent turning a dream trip into a costly mistake? Step 1. Always verify if your health insurance covers international travel. If it doesn't, and it likely doesn't, invest in solid travel insurance covering medical emergencies, trip cancellations, and emergency evacuations. It could save tens of thousands of dollars. Step 2. Book only with reputable companies. If the deal seems too good to be true, trust your instincts. It probably is. Research hotels, cruises, and tours carefully. Stick with well-known brands or agencies with verified reviews. Step 3. Exercise extra caution with your money while traveling. Avoid carrying large cash amounts. Use credit cards instead of debit for better fraud protection. Never provide personal information or credit cards to strangers. Keep your wallet and passport secured at all times. Because the reality is, once your money's gone, it's gone. And nobody deserves having their retirement years shadowed by financial stress over a trip that was supposed to bring happiness. If you're still with me and learning something valuable, drop number 5 in the comments. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and activate the bell. This channel exists to protect, inform, and empower seniors like you. Stay with me, because next we'll answer the big question. Should you still travel after 70, or is it simply not worth the risk? Now that we've explored the hidden risks of traveling after 70, I hope you're walking away not frightened but empowered. Because the truth is, this life stage isn't just about how many years we've lived. It's about living well the years we have remaining. Travel can be exciting, even magical, but also unpredictable. And at this age, the stakes are higher. A misstep, illness, or costly mistake doesn't just ruin a trip. It can steal your peace of mind, your independence, and sometimes even your health. But does that mean never travel again? Absolutely not. It simply means our travel approach must change. because wisdom accompanies age. Perhaps it's time to stop pursuing distant places that exhaust your body and wallet, and start embracing the joy of simpler, safer journeys. Maybe it's about choosing quality over quantity, connection over chaos, a scenic drive to a nearby town, a weekend with family, or discovering a hidden gem just miles away. Because ultimately, travel isn't about distance covered. It's about memories created, people you share them with, and how those moments make you feel. So before packing that suitcase, I invite you to pause. Ask yourself the difficult questions. Is my health strong enough for this trip? Am I truly prepared if something goes wrong? Will this journey add peace, joy, and meaning to my life, or diminish it? The answers might surprise you, but they'll also protect you. Remember, longevity isn't about adding years to your life, but adding life to your years. Sometimes the bravest choice involves selecting the path that keeps you healthy, independent, and free to enjoy truly meaningful moments. Thank you for sharing your time with me today. I hope this presentation offered food for thought, perhaps even something to share with someone you love. If it did, leave a comment below. What's one insight you're taking away? What's one change you'll make for your next trip? I'd love to hear from you. And as always, if you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and activate the bell. Your support helps us continue creating content that informs, inspires, and protects our senior wisdom community. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and remember, the best journeys are those that bring you home.